Good evening, good evening. This is Venus with no mess. Welcome to my channel. If you like this content, please hit the like button. Guys, when I tell you that folks are just going crazy. Now, I'm sitting here, I'm looking at this case. It's this man, he was a nurse. He's working at one of the facilities, when young teens have problems and their parents will admit them there so they can get, the medical, the help that they need so they can navigate through the school system. Well, this guy took it upon himself to take advantage of this young lady. I'm gonna let you listen to this. Hold on a second.
All happened back in September. The suspect got arrested, charged, and fired days ago. 35-year-old Michael Cabanalan is charged with rape, sex offenses, and assault. The alleged victim, a 17-year-old girl who was a patient being treated at Sheppard Pratt Mental Health Hospital, where the suspect worked as a nurse.
When you learn about incidents like this, I think there's a sense of profound disappointment.
Adam Rosenberg is the executive director at Center for Hope. He is not affiliated with Sheppard Pratt. We asked him to give some insight into concerns about training and the roles and responsibilities of staff members working with vulnerable children and adults.
When we as adults and parents drop off our loved ones at places, we expect they're going to take care of them and not exploit or abuse them. And so the charge of sexual abuse comes in when a employee of that facility then breaches that trust.
According to a court charging document, security camera video shows the suspect having conversations with the girl in a hallway. The document also claims he visited her several times in her room. After her release from the hospital, he is accused of picking her up and taking her to an address in Towson. Police have text messages where suspect Cabanalan referred to juvenile victim as babe multiple times. When confronted by hospital staff, the suspect denied the allegations. In a statement, Sheppard Pratt tells WBAL-TV 11 News, the facility takes seriously the safety and well-being of those in its care, and after learning of the allegations, the individual was terminated. We are committed to a safe and therapeutic environment and continually review all procedures and safeguards to ensure the safety of those in our care remains a priority.
It's more than just training your staff or putting out the rule that you're not to have sex with your clients, that it's making sure that we're supervising staff accordingly, we're giving them regular training, and we're really emphasizing boundaries.
Cabanalan is being held without bond at the Baltimore County Detention Center. Reporting from Towson, Barry Sims, WBAL-TV 11 News.
A former nurse at Sheppard Pratt is accused of raping a juvenile patient.
Alexa Ashwell joins us in studio with newly obtained charging documents that detail these allegations. Alexa.
Mary Maxine, right now the suspect, identified as Michael Cabanalan, is being held at the Baltimore County Detention Center without bond. Meanwhile, Sheppard Pratt responding to these disturbing allegations. A former nurse here at Sheppard Pratt now off the job and in custody. 35-year-old Michael Cabanalan is facing a dozen criminal counts, including sex abuse of a minor and second-degree rape. Newly obtained charging documents outlining the allegations. The victim, a 17-year-old female who had been admitted to Sheppard Pratt for 5 days back in September. It was here where investigators say she met Cabanalan, who was working as a nurse. The victim, whose parent detailed she is cognitively impaired, reported after she was discharged from the facility, Cabanalan picked her up from her home in Silver Spring, drove her to his home in Towson, where they engaged in unprotected sex. Baltimore County Police, CPS, and Sheppard Pratt launching an investigation. According to charging documents, video footage from inside Sheppard Pratt shows Cabanalan interacting with the patient and on multiple occasions going into her room where there are no cameras. Inside, the victim reported Cabanalan sexually touched her. In charging documents, investigators also referencing text messages between Cabanalan and the girl, including on TikTok, where he had asked her if she had told on him and to delete the messages. The parent also providing investigators with cell phone location and tracking data that shows multiple boundary alerts showing the child's location to be in Towson, the address adjacent to Cabanalan's address listed on MVA records. according to the statement of charges. Sheppard Pratt reported to police Cabanalan had been terminated, but questions remain. The patient, a juvenile who reported she was in the facility for cutting herself and whose parent confirmed is cognitively impaired. We asked, how can the facility ensure the safety of patients entrusted in their care? A spokesperson writing, when we were made aware of allegations against a former employee, we immediately reported it to law enforcement and appropriate agencies. The individual was terminated, and we have been working with the various agencies in their investigation into these allegations and will continue to collaborate with them. We are committed to a safe and therapeutic environment and continually review all procedures and safeguards to ensure the safety of those in our care remains a priority. Cabanalan is scheduled for a preliminary hearing November 14th. Alexa Ashwell, Fox 45 News.
Okay. I had to get a picture of this guy. And I'm just sitting here trying to figure out what make people do. I'm just keep saying, what is folks thinking? When you see a young girl, a young man come into a facility, they not mental there. No one said they're crazy, but that they need help. That's why they're there. That's why you have a job. Your job is not to have sex with your patient. Guys, I just don't get it. I mean, can someone leave me a comment? Can someone just leave me? Just leave me. It don't have to be just one word. Why do people? I don't understand. I just can't wrap my head around it. Why? This young lady was admitted to this facility to get help. She didn't need you to have sex with her. Now that, she need mental help too. So something was not working 100% up there. But you're going to take advantage of it. I don't get it. Then, once the young girl was released, he picked the girl up and took the girl to his place. She's 17 years old. Then they had proof that he was going in and out of her room when she was in the facility when he didn't supposed to be in. And next, they have text messages where he was texting her back and forth. They were texting each other. So then you're going to say nothing happened? Oh yeah, he need to go to jail. I'm serious. He need to be under the jail. But I just don't understand why out all the women out here, why you select her? Knowing that she have a little problem. Knowing there's something that's, it's not clicking. That's why her mom put her in there. So, I'm beginning to think that some of these folks don't have it all understand anyway. Maybe he should have been a patient there. Maybe he should have been a patient, she should have been a nurse. It seems like to me, he the one need help, not her. Well, he gonna get help because he going to jail. He gonna get help because he gonna have to do some time. He done lost his job, and he gonna have to do some time. So he gonna get plenty of help. 35 years old guy. 35 years old. I don't care if she wanted to be with you. That was a no-no. If she were 23 years old and she wanted to be with him, that was a no-no because that was a patient. You don't supposed to come in contact with your patient in the first place, even if they was old. But She was 17. And so I hope it was worth it. I hope it will worth it. Because he going to jail and have no job. And he won't be able to be another nurse. When you have a nursing license like that, you have to take a state test. And you have to be sworn in. So you won't have to work for him anymore. All of those years and the money that he paid to be a nurse is gone down the drain. You're going to have someone to nurse on him. This is all I have on this case, guys. When he go to court, I will make sure I try to update you guys on this. But that's why I tell over and over, be careful. And now, young people, be careful who you come in contact with. I tell a lot. You want to be nice, say hi, but don't be gauging up in all the different one face. You don't. A lot of time, you don't know what another person thinking. You know, maybe she came too close to him, but I still say that he's 35 years old. He worked at that facility. He had no business touching that child. But the bad thing is, after she was released, he went pick her up and took her to his place. So all I can say, he need to go to jail. Need to stay there for a while. I just don't understand. So guys, until next time, please God, have self-control. Because this one right here had nothing to do with discipline. This is self-control. Self-control. He didn't have no self-control. So, please guys, if you don't, y'all guys don't get a hold of what you doing out here and try to control yourself. You're going to end up like this gentleman in prison, in jail. But guys, this is all I have for this one. Please don't forget to hit that like button. If I get an update, I will be back. Once he go to court, he have to go to court. Once he go to court, I give an update. So please be careful who you come in contact with and who you keep in company. It just might save your life or keep you out of jail. Until next time, I want to say peace out.